Why is it that the West, particularly the United States, finds itself entrenched in the conflicts of others, often taking sides, but rarely seen when peace is being discussed? Is this the legacy a global power should be proud of? Let's explore this pressing matter together. In the complicated chessboard of international relations, the game of power and influence is never stagnant. Today, we're gathered to delve into the curious dynamics between China, Turkey, Russia, Ukraine, and the intricate web of connections that have culminated in the Black Sea Corridor grain deal, a scenario where the U.S. and its NATO allies seem to be spectators rather than players. Hello and welcome back to Innovative Czech YouTube channel, where we delve into the innovative and transformative projects changing our world. If you're new to the channel and enjoy learning about innovation stories around the world, you've come to the right place. Please subscribe, like, and comment to help boost our videos on YouTube. Now, let's begin. The Black Sea Corridor, a trade route that has held significance beyond mere commerce, finds itself at the center of geopolitical tension. With Russia ending this crucial grain deal with Ukraine, many nations stand to lose, impacted by food shortages and economic turmoil. A once prospering pathway for Ukrainian grain exports to reach the world, championed and pressured into existence by Turkey, now lies in tatters. But the question that looms large is, why has this happened under the watchful eyes of the West, the supposed guardians of global peace and prosperity? A disheartening answer lies in the recent history of the United States and NATO, where taking sides has overshadowed the noble pursuit of diplomacy and peace. Let's go back and understand the significance of the Black Sea Corridor. Signed under the influence of Turkey, this deal allowed Ukraine to feed vulnerable communities across the globe, particularly in Africa and Europe. 1 million tons of grain were shipped, a lifeline in a year when weather conditions wreaked havoc on crops. However, Russia's unmet demands led to the cessation of this vital trade link, leaving many countries suffering. Here, we must pause and ask ourselves, where was the leadership from the U.S. and NATO? Could they have not stepped in, showing the wisdom and might that a superpower should possess? Why were the warnings from Russia not taken seriously? Turkey, a pivotal player in this scenario, influenced the deal with Russia, but couldn't prevent its collapse. Russia's aggression was clear, its demands evident, yet the West appeared indifferent, perhaps even complacent. So now, as the headlines scream about the halted Black Sea deal, a new and unlikely hero emerges on the horizon: China. But why? Why is it China that appears as the potential savior of this deal, not the U.S., which claims to be the world's peacemaker? China's ascension to the global stage has been marked by strategic moves, extending its influence into various parts of the world, including Turkey. While the U.S. is mired in conflicts and takes sides, China is actively pursuing peacemaking, demonstrating its growing responsibility as a global power. So let me pause here for a moment and ask a vital question. If the U.S. is indeed the world's most influential nation, why does it find itself losing ground to China in areas that truly matter? Why is China emerging as a peacemaker, resolving issues between nations like Saudi Arabia and Iran, while the U.S. stands firmly in conflicts? The answer, my friends, may lie in the shift of focus from power and dominance to collaboration and partnership. While the U.S. continues to assert its military might, China seems to be winning hearts and minds through diplomacy and strategic alliances. Consider China's growing interest in Turkey and its willingness to mediate the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. A friendship with Russia and good relations with Ukraine positions China uniquely to potentially revive the Black Sea Corridor deal. China sees the value in Turkey, both politically and economically, and is not afraid to engage in peace talks to prove its mettle as an influential country. Now, let's pause and reflect on how these movements on the global stage are reshaping our world. Is the U.S. losing its crown as the most influential and peacemaking nation? Is it too late for the U.S. to reverse the damage caused by taking sides instead of fostering peace? If you're enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and comment. Sir, why has the world's supposed beacon of democracy, the United States, turned its back on the very principles it claims to stand for? How has NATO, once a symbol of unity and cooperation, become an instrument of division and distrust? Can you tell me, ladies and gentlemen, why these supposed guardians of peace have consistently failed to play the role of peacemakers? Let's delve into these questions as we examine the recent developments in the Black Sea corridor grain deal. At a time when many nations suffer from food shortages due to unforeseen weather conditions, Russia's decision to end the Black Sea corridor grain deal with Ukraine has caused a significant ripple effect. Ukraine's grain, which feeds millions across Africa, Europe, and beyond, has suddenly become a bargaining chip in a larger geopolitical game. The cessation of this deal is not merely a logistical challenge. It's a decision that strikes at the very heart of global stability. The Black Sea corridor, a trade route catalyzed by Turkey, was a remarkable example of international cooperation. Under this agreement, Russia allowed Ukraine to send its grain exports worldwide, uplifting vulnerable communities and providing sustenance to countries in dire need. A significant portion of these grains reached Europe and Africa, sustaining lives and economies. But Russia, feeling its demands unmet and unheard, took a stand that reverberated across the globe. They asked for concessions such as admitting Russia's government-run agricultural bank to the global finance system known as SWIFT, resisting key Russian ammonia pipelines in Ukrainian territory, and more. When these demands were not fulfilled, Russia terminated the deal, causing an international outcry. And where was the U.S., where was NATO, standing on the sidelines, watching the chaos unfold, clinging to their preconceived biases rather than stepping in to mediate and make peace? You might wonder why China is stepping into the void left by these traditional powerhouses. Why is China, a nation often criticized by the West, taking an interest in Turkey and seeking to restore the Black Sea corridor deal? China, unlike the U.S. and NATO, recognizes its responsibility as a global power. Their approach to international relations is marked by peacemaking and mediation. They've already played instrumental roles in resolving complex issues between Saudi Arabia and Iran and expressed willingness to facilitate talks between Israel and Palestine. Why does China undertake these peace initiatives? What's in it for them? One like the U.S., which has become known for taking sides in conflicts rather than fostering resolutions. China's influence stems from its ability to cultivate relationships with nations on both sides of a dispute. China's increasing interest in Turkey, symbolized by Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi's visit to discuss bilateral trade, the Middle Corridor, and the grain corridor, has far-reaching implications. Turkey's significance in international politics, coupled with its role in facilitating grain trade, adds to its value in China's strategic planning. And here's where the U.S. and NATO's failure becomes all too apparent. If they were true peacemakers, ending dollar dominance wouldn't be a concern. But their weakness, their inability to rise above taking sides, has opened the door for China to become a more appealing partner. Is it too late for the U.S. to act? Has the U.S. lost its title as a peacemaker? I ask you, as a powerful nation allowed to have such a tarnished reputation. The recent developments surrounding the Black Sea corridor reveal more than just a broken deal. They reveal a shift in global dynamics where traditional powerhouses are being overshadowed by emerging forces willing to take responsible action. China's willingness to mediate the Russia-Ukraine conflict, its interest in Turkey, and its ability to restore the Black Sea corridor deal are not just geopolitical maneuvers. They are indicative of a nation willing to act in the best interest of the world community. Where does that leave the U.S. and NATO? Their absence in these peace talks, their failure to resolve the Russia-Ukraine conflict, and their rigid stance in global conflicts reveal a decline in influence and respect. The question isn't whether the U.S. and NATO can regain their status as peacemakers. The question is whether they are willing to learn from nations like China that understand the true meaning of global leadership. Thank you for your attention, and I welcome your thoughts and questions on this complex and vital subject. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to get exclusive videos about how phenomenally China is developing and growing its influence. Your subscriptions and likes motivate us to generate more content, so please keep supporting us. Check out this videos showing on your screen right now, and I will see you on the other side